Welcome to Virus online classes. Now this session we'll go for something on antonyms, the vocabulary part. The last session we discussed something on prefixes and all, roots. We'll go for something on antonyms. A sentence is given here with a word. It's like something kind of contextual vocabulary. It will surely help us in the case of reading comprehension, parajumbles, closed tests and sentence completion as well. Anyway, we have already gone for these four. Parajumbles, reading comprehension, sentence completion and closures are completed. Now, understand the meaning of a sentence. We have some words. I'll explain those. Then we'll go for the word that conveys a meaning opposite to that of the word given in the question. The proposal was denounced by one and all. Now, denounced is a negative word because de is a negative prefix. We have gone for it. So, denounce is a negative word. Denounce means like not appreciated, not agreed to, not praised, not congratulated, not supported. Now, that is the meaning of denounced. The proposal was not denounced by one and all. The word given in the question is negative. Announced, pronounced, appraised, commended. Announce means making a formal public statement, announcing something. We're going for an announcement. Making a formal public statement is announced. Verbs. Now, was denounced is was plus V3. So, word given in the question is a verb. So, word that we go for to replace the word that is given in the question must also be a verb. Right. Pronounce means strongly marked. Pronounce something, like focusing on something, stressing something, that is pronouncing a word. Appraised is to evaluate the worth. To evaluate the worth means to identify or to realize the worth of something, the value of something, that is appraised. Commended means to praise formally or officially. Appreciating or praising formally or officially is termed as commended. Commended means, now if we appreciate something, that means we agree to that. We support that. Only when we support or agree to that, we appreciate it or we congratulate it, we praise it. So commended is to praise formally or officially. The proposal was denounced by one and all. Denounce means like not supported, not agreed to, right? The opposite must be commended. Commended means like agreeing to, supporting. Praising formally or officially is termed as commended. The proposal was commended by one and all means everyone agreed to the proposal. Without any contradiction, everyone agreed to the proposal. The proposal was denounced by one and all means without any contradiction, everyone disagreed to the proposal. So we want the opposite of denounced, it must be commended, praised or appreciated formally. Where ignorance is sometimes bliss, illiteracy is considered a curse. Now, when ignorance is sometimes bliss means like happiness. Now, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. A little knowledge means some knowledge. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing means the people who have got some knowledge will speak too much. They will not give a chance to others to speak. And they'll be always on the stand that whatever they say is correct and whatever others say is wrong. So either you should have knowledge or you should not have knowledge. Right. So where ignorance is a word underlined here. Ignorance is a noun. If I ask you what is sometimes bliss? What is sometimes bliss? The answer is ignorance. So we are getting the answer to the question what is ignorance? So ignorance becomes a noun. So the word that we go for to replace the word ignorance must also be a noun. Where ignorance is sometimes bliss, illiteracy is always considered as a curse. Illiteracy means like not literate, not possessing knowledge. Illiteracy is always considered a curse. The options are erudition, experience, education, information. Erudition is knowledge acquired by study. Knowledge acquired by study is called erudition. And erudite is a person who is literate. A literate person, that means one who has gained knowledge by study. A literate person is termed as an erudite. Right? One who is not literate is called an ignorant person, who does not possess much knowledge or any knowledge of something. Experience is practical knowledge. Now, theoretical knowledge is required. More than that, what is required? Practical knowledge is required. And practical knowledge is termed as experience, like learning how to drive a car. First we go for the theory, like where the clutch is, the brake is, the accelerator is, how to apply the clutch, how to change the gear, how to steer the car and all. That is theoretical knowledge. That itself is not sufficient for us to go and drive a car. We need practical knowledge. Experience is required. So experience is practical knowledge. Education is the process of being educated. The process of being educated is called education. The education system. The process of educating children. Information, facts provided about something or someone. The information, that means the evidence or the fact, the details given regarding someone or something is called information. Information is an IUN word, noun. Education is an IUN word, noun. Education is an IUN word, noun. Experience is also a noun. So we cannot get any help from part of speech. Where ignorance is something bliss. Ignorance means lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge is termed as ignorance. So opposite of ignorance must be possessing knowledge, and that is erudition. Knowledge acquired, possessed, or gained by study. Knowledge acquired by study is termed as erudition. Education cannot be the antonym of ignorance, because education is a process of being educated. The process of getting educated or giving education, providing education is called providing information is called education. Providing knowledge is called education. We are talking about ignorance, not possessing knowledge. So the antonym must be possessing knowledge, and that meaning comes with erudition. I cannot replace erudition with ignorance in this sentence, but we want the opposite of a word that conveys the opposite meaning of that of the word given in the question. The answer must be erudition. The news brought by the maidservant is authentic. Passive voice. The news received the action, object. Brought by the maidservant. The maidservant did the action, subject. By comes only in the passive voice. The news brought by the maidservant is authentic. Authentic means like truthful, right? Truthful, honest, sincere. That means without any fault, without any error, without any flaw and all, which is flawless, authentic, right? Very straightforward, honest, sincere and all. Authentic is a positive word. The options are authoritative, baseless, ridiculous, vacuous. Authoritative is able to be trusted as being accurate. Able to be trusted as being accurate is called authoritative. Authority can be trusted because authority will have all the information. We believe that, or people believe that the decisions made by the authority will be true, right? So they can be trusted because we believe the information given by them, provided by them, or decisions taken by them are true. Baseless means no foundation in fact. No foundation fact means something that cannot be trusted, right? Baseless. It is a baseless piece of information. That means there's no evidence to it. There's no evidence to support it. There's no evidence of fact to prove that it is correct. That is called baseless. Ridiculous is extremely silly. Extremely silly in the sense like nonsense, right? Something that is nonsensical, which does not convey any piece of valid information, which is illogical, is ridiculous, embarrassing. Vacuous is emptied of or lacking content, which does not have any content is called vacuous, right? We need a word that conveys a meaning opposite to that of authentic. Authentic means truthful. I said straightforward. Truthful in the sense which is supported by fact or evidence. Only then it can be termed as something that is truthful, which can be believed. The opposite must be baseless. No foundation fact. That means which is not supported by evidence or fact. It is not supported by any kind of proof. Right? So authentic, among the given options, the antonym must be baseless, which cannot be believed or trusted. The doctor said that there is no improvement in the condition of the patient. The doctor said that there is no improvement in the condition of the patient. Improvement is an MENT word, noun. So option that we go for must also be a noun. Improvement is a positive word, so the opposite of it must be negative. Depression, deterioration, change, degradation. Depression is a state of feeling very unhappy, the state of being sad, The state of being in a situation which we have lost all our hope, means we have no confidence in the future. We go into depression. When we lose all our hope, when we lose all our energy, when we become dispirited, we go into depression. That's extreme form of sadness, right? The state of feeling very unhappy is depression. The state in which, the particular state is termed as depression. Are you in word? Noun. Deterioration, the process of becoming, depression is a negative word. D is a negative prefix. Deterioration is also a negative word. D. The process of becoming progressively worse, deteriorating, like not improving, but not in the sense like improving means like being better. Deterioration is like the process of becoming progressively worse, right? Going down in quality, in the state in which we are. We are supposed to go better, but we go down. Deterioration. Change is make or become different. It cannot be termed as a negative word, in fact. So C is anyway gone. Changing means like changing from, moving from, transforming from one state to the other. Degradation, the process of being degraded. Upgraded, degraded. We degrade him. We degrade him means like we make him feel inferior. We make him feel low. We make him suffer a downfall. That is degrading. Upgrading means what? Upgrade apps and all. We make it better. That's upgrading. The doctor said that there is no improvement in the condition of the patient. Here, the answer must be deterioration. It cannot be degradation, because degradation means like degrading someone, making someone feel inferior. That is degrading. Here, improvement. Deterioration means the process of becoming progressively worse. Improvement is the process of becoming better, whereas deterioration is the process of becoming worse. Better is a comparative degree adjective, worse is also comparative degree adjective. Improving means like from good to better. Deteriorating means from bad to worse. So here the antonym of, among the four given options, the antonym of improvement must be deterioration. The next one. He plunged into the turbid waters of the stream. Turbid waters means waters that are not clear, unclear waters, turbid. Right? He plunged into the turbid waters of the stream. Like marshy area, the water will be turbid. The water will not be clear. We don't want the rivers and streams to get polluted. If they are polluted, the water will be unclear. If they are not polluted, the water will be clear. So he plunged into, like jumped into, like fell into. He plunged into the turbid waters of the stream. The options are deep, muddy, clear, fresh. Now turbid is a negative word, so the antonym of it must be positive. Deep means very intense or extreme, right? Going deep into something. Doesn't mean like when we jump into the river, we go deep first, only then we'll come up. Jumping into the river, jumping into the lake and all. First we go deep and then come up. Going deep into a matter. Going deep into a matter or going deep into a case means examining it, investigating it, looking into it. That is going deep, another meaning. Muddy is covered in or full of mud. Covered in or full of mud. If the water is full of mud, it will be turbid, unclear. So muddy is in a way a synonym to the word turbid. We want antonym eliminated. And deep, opposite is shallow. It is not turbid. Clear is unclear. Deep is also eliminated. Clear means transparent or unclouded. Turbid waters are those which are not transparent. Clear waters are those which are transparent. Right? Transparent means I can see through it. Right? What is there? If the water is very clear, we can see what is there at the surface. Which at the surface means we can see what is there deep what is there deep under the waters. Because the water is very clear, transparent. Fresh means being in an original and unused state. Turbid opposite cannot be fresh. Fresh is unfresh. Like being in original and unused state is termed as fresh. Right? Fresh vegetables, like which seem to be fresh. Seem to be fresh in the sense like unused, not just now plugged and all. Eliminated, the answer must be clear. Right? Clear, unclear, turbid. Certain, uncertain. That's another meaning. You make it clear means like make it very, make it understandable. Say it in a way that is very precise. Others can understand it easily without thinking much. Obvious is obscure. Now obvious means clear, but that's another meaning of clear. Not I cannot say obvious waters. Clear waters is fine. Turbid water is also fine. Obvious waters is wrong. If I say it's very obvious, it means it's very clear that he has done that. Obvious means clear. The opposite of obvious is obscure. Obscure means unclear. Obvious is clear, obscure is unclear. Certain, uncertain, clear, unclear, obvious, obscure. So he plunged into the clear waters of the stream, completely fine, makes sense. He plunged into the turbid waters of the stream, also makes sense. Anyway, the meanings and the charges are different. He plunged into a turbid water of the stream is negatively charged. He plunged into the clear, or he jumped into the clear waters of the stream is positively charged. Plunge usually used for in a negative sense. He jumped into the clear waters of a stream is positive. His repulsive behavior could not be ignored by the members. The options are lovely, mild, admirable, attractive. His repulsive behavior means negatively charged. Repulsive behavior in the sense like unpleasant behavior. A kind of behavior which doesn't please others. Which doesn't make others happy, which make others irritated or frustrated, like annoyed. That's called repulsive behavior. His repulsive behavior could not be ignored by the members. Repulsive behavior is negatively charged. Lovely means very attractive. Lovely behavior, finally. Mild is not harsh, not being harsh, mild one. Admirable is deserving respect. Attractive is pleasing. Repulsive behavior is something that doesn't please others. So opposite must be something like unpleasant. That meaning comes with attractive. Attractive is like pleasing, something that is pleasant, something that pleases others or seems pleasant to others. Repulsive behavior is something that a kind of behavior that seems to be unpleasant to others. So his repulsive behavior could not be ignored by the members. The antonym of repulsive must be attractive, pleasing behavior. The kind of behavior that pleases others. He is an amateur photographer. Amateur means like a novice, N-O-V-I-C. Novice means like one who is fresh, like inexperienced in a way, but novice, amateur photographer in a sense, who does not know much about photography. That means he just does that. He just does that but doesn't know much about photography. Such a photographer can be termed as an amateur photographer who doesn't know much about it. The options are average, experienced, professional, skilled. Average, being about midway between extremes. Extremes in the sense like bad, good. These are extremes. Bad, good. In the middle it is average. Experience is made skillful or wise through experience. Practical knowledge. Professional is one that engages in a pursuit professionally. A professional photographer is not one who just does it for the sake of doing. He does it with a lot of motivation. He'll be motivated, he'll be determined to do it. Means he invests his heart into it. That means he does it wholeheartedly. Skilled is having the ability to perform certain activity. He is an amateur photographer, a person who does the art of photography just for the sake of doing it. The antonym among the given options must be professional. He is a professional photographer. That means he's so much into it. He's very much into it. He does it with the love of doing it. He does it with a lot of determination, with a lot of motivation. He's very much interested in doing that particular art or being involved in that particular art. Professional photographer. So here among the options, the antonym of amateur must be professional. The next one. The witness affirmed an oath that he was an eyewitness to a crime under study. F-I-R-M, firm, is a positive word. Now affirm means like giving a guarantee, giving a promise, right? Saying that I have seen that or I have done that. That means no kind of argument will be there. No kind of argument will be there. We just say that we give a promise, oath that we have done that or seen that. He in this says he was an eyewitness. The witness affirmed an oath that he was an eyewitness to the crime under study. The options are contradicted, opposed, disputed, denied. Contradicted means to be in conflict with. Right? To be contradictory means I oppose you. I be in conflict with you. Now, contradicted is almost the same as opposing. Disagreeing with, opposing. Now, I oppose you means I disagree with you. I oppose your statement means I disagree to your statement. Dispute is a negative word. DIS is negative prefix. Argue about. Argue about means like not coming to a conclusion. Not coming to a conclusion is going for a dispute. Right? Keep on arguing. Denied means to declare to be untrue. Declaring to be untrue is denying. What's the difference between refusing and denying? Saying no to an offer is termed as refusing. If you offer something to me and if I say no to that, that is termed as refusing. Denying means saying that we haven't done something. Saying that we haven't done something is termed as denying. Here the word is affirmed. The witness affirmed, positive word. The witness affirmed on oath that he was an eyewitness to the crime under study. That means he gave a promise. He gave a word, he gave an assurance that he was an eyewitness to the crime under study as he had given an oath. As he has given a promise. This affirmed on oath means giving a promise. As he has promised that he was an eyewitness to the crime, there can never be any argument. Now, if he says that the other person was an eyewitness to the crime, then there can be a dispute, argument. As he said that he himself was an eyewitness to the crime under study, there can never be any kind of argument because he himself has given a guarantee or an assurance. So there cannot be any kind of argument in that. So here, now contradict and oppose almost mean the same. Denied cannot be actually. Saying that we haven't done something is termed as denying. Does not fit this context. Eliminated. The answer must be disputed. Dispute means like argue about. Giving an affirmation means like no kind of argument. Like giving a guarantee, promise. The next one. On the hillside, one could see the vague shapes of sheep coming through the mist. The options are clear, transparent, plain, apparent. On the hillside, he could see the vague shapes. Vague means unclear shapes, which cannot be identified very easily because it's unclear. The options are clear, easy to understand. Vague means not able to be understood. Now, when we wear glasses, right, with a mask, what happens? Our vision gets blurred, right, unclear. Transparent is easy to detect. Like see-through is called transparent. Does not fit here actually. Cannot be the antonym of vague. Gone. Plain means not decorate in any way. Vague means unclear. Plain cannot be the opposite or the antonym of unclear. Gone. Apparent is clearly visible. But here, on the hillside, he could see the vague shapes of sheep coming through the mist. Visible is not here. Whether it is like whether it was able to be understood well clearly is the meaning of this sentence. So when you compare clear and apparent, the better option must be clear. So on the hillside, one could see the clear shapes of the sheep coming through the mist. Means we could easily recognize it that's sheep because we could see sheep coming through the mist. One could easily recognize it as sheep because it was clearly visible. The sheep singular, plural also the sheep only. The sheep was or were clearly visible. So vague, the opposite must be clear because vague means unclear. The exact opposite is clear. The next one. His casual remarks were taken note of by all the members of the board. The options are careful, sincere, precise, flawless. His casual remarks means like just saying what he feels like saying. That means he cannot trust him. A person who does everything casually can never be relied on. Whereas one who does everything seriously can be relied on. Casually means like he'll be just doing it for the sake of doing it. Means he will not be that much interested in doing it. Just for sake of doing it, he does it. His casual remarks were taken note of by all members of the board. Careful means showing thought or attention. The opposite of it must be careless, right? Not casual, eliminated. Sincere means proceeding from genuine feelings. Proceeding from genuine feelings is termed as sincere, whereas proceeding from ingenuine feelings is termed as casual. Sincere means like we are determined to do it, we are dedicated to do it. We are dedicated, we are motivated, we are much interested in doing it. His sincere remarks were taken note of by all members of the board. Makes sense. Precise means marked by exactness. That means not beating about the bush. Very precise, to the point. This cannot be the opposite or the antonym of casual, eliminated. Flawless means perfect. Perfect in the sense like impeccable. Impeccable means like without any mistakes, without any errors, without any weaknesses, without any drawbacks, or without any flaws. Flawless is perfect. Flawless cannot be the antonym of casual. Casual in the sense like without much interest in doing it, without being motivated to do it. The antonym of it must be sincere. Proceeding from genuine feelings. Casual is proceeding from ingenuine feelings. So here the antonym of casual must be sincere. There will be one word can have many antonyms. Among the 4 given options, go for the best one. If you pamper the child, you will regret it. You know what is pampering, right? Cuddling, right? Giving too much of importance to a child. That means not shouting at him, not reprimanding him, not punishing him, not scolding him. Like showing him too much of love, and showing too much of love towards the child spoils the child. The options are scold, scorn, discourage, neglect. Scold is to rebuke angrily. Rebuking, punishing, shouting at angrily is termed as rebuking. Scorn is open dislike. Dislike, hatred, contempt and all. That is scorn. Discourage is cause to lose confidence. DIS is a negative prefix. Encourage is cause to gain confidence. Helping a person gain confidence is encouraging. Making a person lose confidence is discouraging. Neglect is carelessness. Now, pampering a child means giving too much importance to a child, right? Giving too much importance to a child is termed as pampering. The opposite must be not giving any importance to a child, and that meaning comes with the word neglect. So pamper means giving too much of importance. Neglect means not giving any importance at all. Right? So here the answer must be neglect. The next one. These rules are meant to prevent further appointments. These rules are meant to prevent further appointments. Prevent is a verb because always 2 plus V1 plural. Prevents is V1 single. Preventing means what? Prohibiting. Preventing means stopping someone from doing something. That means we stop the progress of it. Right? We will not let it progress. We will not let it go further. We will not let it go to the next step, right? To the next level. That is preventing. Stopping someone or something from doing something. The options are facilitate, accelerate, expedite, aggravate. Facilitate means make it easier for. That means helping the progress of something is facilitating. Right? Preventing means stopping the progress of something, stopping someone from doing something. Stopping the progress of someone or something is preventing. Supporting the progress or helping the progress of someone or something is facilitating. Can be the opposite. Fine. Accelerate is begin to move more quickly. Decelerate, CELER means like speed and all, right? Swiftness. Accelerate means like gaining speed, gaining swiftness. Decelerate means like reducing it, bringing back or decreasing the speed and all, reducing the speed. That is decelerate. Accelerate means gaining speed. Cannot be the opposite of prevent. Accelerate is decelerate, eliminated. Expedite is to speed up the progress. Speeding up the progress is termed as expedite. That means expedite. Progress will be there, but we speed it up. Aggravate means to make a bad situation worse. Making something bad to changing something from bad to worse, or bringing something from bad to worse is termed as aggravating. Now here, prevent means stop someone from doing something. That means preventing the progress, stopping the progress. Facilitate means make it easier for. That means helping the progress or supporting the progress is termed as facilitate. Here the antonym of prevent must be facilitate. The next one, complementing, right? C-O-M-P-L-E-M-E-N-T, complement, like supporting, facilitating, adding to, completing and all.